360 Reality Audio is a new immersive music experience that uses Sony's object-based 360 spatial sound technology. Based on the creativity and musicality of artists and creators, individual sound sources such as vocals and instrument sounds can be dynamically placed and controlled as objects in a 360 spherical sound field and immerse listeners in sound from all around. This video will cover in 3 parts how to create 360 reality audio content. Preparations to create content. 360 WalkMix Creator settings. How to use 360 WalkMix Creator. .360 WalkMix Creator, released by Audio Features Inc., is a plugin compatible with various digital audio workstations or DAWs that allows you to freely place and move sound objects on a spherical sound field. Furthermore, rendering for various loudspeaker layouts and a virtualizing function for headphone monitoring allow you to monitor the spherical sound field. Before installation, please visit the FAQ on 360ra.com and check the system requirements and supported DAWs. The position of each object is defined by parameters known as azimuth and elevation. Azimuth is the horizontal angle. The front of the spherical sound field is 0 degrees. The counterclockwise direction is the plus direction, with the back being plus 180 degrees. The clockwise direction is the minus direction. For elevation, the upward direction is the plus direction, with the very top being plus 90 degrees. The bottom direction is the minus direction, with the very bottom being minus 90 degrees. Using the azimuth and elevation parameters, you can place each object at various locations on a spherical sound field. To maximize your 360 reality audio mixing experience, it works best to split your mixing elements into stems. If the sound source placed on the spherical sound field as an object is a stem, it will be easier to create 360 reality audio content for higher quality. For example, rather than a single stem for the entire drum kit, if you prepare a stem that is divided into parts such as kick, snare, and ambience, you will be able to express a drum kit that makes the most of the 3-dimensional arrangement. It is also important to create stem timbre while being conscious of 3D positioning. The stems should be prepared as 48 kHz wave files. .360 WalkMix Creator works as a plugin for the host DAW. This video uses Pro Tools for the host DAW to explain how this plugin behaves and how to configure it, but all the instructions from now on are the same for other DAWs. In terms of the details of specific DAWs, please refer to the Help section. You can access help for this plugin here. Add this plugin as an insert on an audio track in the host DAW. The audio signal for each audio track is sent from the insert slot to this plugin, resulting in each being placed as an object on the spherical sound field. All these objects are rendered in the signal processing part of this plugin, and this rendered audio signal is then output from the audio device configured in this plugin. The audio signal of the audio track will not flow beyond the insert slot where this plugin is inserted. Render with this plugin and output the sound of 3D sound effects from speakers and headphones. To do so, set an audio device for output on your host DAW that is different from the audio device you set with this plugin. Insert 360 WalkMix Creator into the master track as well. First, add a master track. For DAWs other than Pro Tools, for the stereo out track that exists by default, perform the following steps. Insert this plugin into the master track. When the window "Is this plugin on your master track?" appears, press "Yes, it is" to recognize the master track, and close the window of this plugin. By doing this, the master track plugin receives the impulse signal generated from this plugin inserted in each object. The delay of each object track is then corrected and rendered by the plugin's internal signal processing. Configure the master fader output and each audio track's output to be the same. And to send the impulse signal for delay compensation to this output, don't mute each audio track which the plugin has been inserted to. Also, mute any audio tracks without this plugin so that the master track of the host DAW receives the impulse signal from only this plugin for each object track. Next, open 360 WalkMix Creator for any audio track and configure the plugin side. Click the gear icon to go to Settings. From the Devices tab, configure your output type and output device according to your audio device. Select a proper device, connecting to your loudspeaker or headphone output, which is different from the host DAW's audio device. Select 48 kHz for the output sample rate and 1024 for the output buffer size. If the plugin is not working smoothly, this may be resolved by adjusting the output buffer size. Configure your monitor speaker from the Speakers tab. If creating 360 reality audio content with only headphones and no speakers as monitors, there is no need to change anything here. When creating content with 360 reality audio, the suggested speaker layout for expressing the spherical sound field is 13.0. This layout consists of 5 speakers at ear height, another 5 on the upper level, and 3 in the front on the lower level for a total of 13 speakers. Other speaker layouts may be selected as well. Rendering on the spherical sound field where there are no physical speakers will reduce the reproducibility of the 360 reality audio effect. In a speaker layout where there are no physical speakers at the bottom of the sphere, for example, 7.0.4, the objects placed at the bottom of the sphere are rendered with 7 speakers at ear level. Therefore, you may not hear any effects placed at the bottom. Now, configure the audio device's output channel to each speaker. Entering the physical location of each speaker will allow for more accurate rendering. For the position of each speaker, you can enter azimuth, elevation, and also radius, which is the distance from listening position to speaker. This allows for time alignment correction based on the distance to each speaker. The unit for radius is meters. The position information of your speakers can be saved as a custom speaker layout. If you are using a different monitor system for time alignment correction, check I have hardware delay adjustment in the Devices tab. You can configure the headphone output channel in the Headphone tab. Configure the headphone output channel for the audio device. Click the headphone icon at the bottom of the plugin to enter headphone monitor mode. Then, turn the plugin's power button on. This allows you to render output. Once you have made the necessary configurations, try placing objects in 360 WalkMix Creator. By inserting this plugin into the host DAW's track, the track's audio signal is sent from the insert slot to this plugin and placed as an object. Other plugin effects inserted in slots before this plugin in any tracks are reflected in the object. But if others are inserted after this plugin, the other effects are not applied. If you want to use features such as faders and sends in the DAW for each track, or if you want to capture multiple tracks as one object, send the audio signal of each track to the auxiliary track once. Then, insert this plugin into the aux track you sent it to. By creating such a session structure, you can use the faders and sends of the source track, and it will be easier to edit 360 reality audio, such as adjusting the tone of each sound and adjusting the overall level. This plugin has two viewport screens, which allows you to visually grasp each object's position while changing the point of view for each screen. All objects sent to this plugin can be edited on a single plugin window. Select the object on the object list, and then in Properties, you can edit each object's position, gain, and color. Furthermore, when focusing on object editing, click the Maximize button displayed on the plugin screen to switch to focus view. By dragging objects in Object View, you can change the position of objects. In Properties, you can also enter numerical values for each object's azimuth, elevation, and gain, or scroll to the value. The object list has group tracks including one line from mono and two lines left and right for stereo. The actual position of each object is a combination of left and right based on the group track's information. When operating as a stereo track, keep the lock icon on. When editing relative position, turn the lock icon off. You can also draw the object's automation from the host DAW. From the plugin automation, select the parameter you wish to create automation for, and you can adjust automation from the host DAW. You can also create automation from write mode. Now, you have learned the basics of object editing. Keep an ear out for differences in sound depending on spherical sound field position as you create 360 reality audio content with this plugin. For other information about content creation, please refer to 360 Reality Audio for Creators.